Quickly cutting across to Karnataka. Karnataka Congress now questions the Karnataka government's decision not to help migrants leave the state. Priyank Kharge there, Congress leader, coming out tweeting, and I quote, "The poor labourers are at the mercy of real estate. Forcing them to stay back by not providing them any means of transport is really sick. The labour have suffered the most." Priyank Kharge, Congress leader, coming out on Twitter, slamming the Karnataka government's move for not allowing labourers to go back home. In fact, remember, Karnataka government had decided to first send labourers back to their hometowns through special trains, and then eventually came around saying labourers must stay where they are because that would help the Karnataka government jumpstart economy right after this lockdown is lifted. Now, Congress leader Priyank Kharge coming out to condemn Here we're looking at a Twitter message by Priyank Kharge coming out to condemn the government, saying poor labour are at the mercy of real estate. They're forcing them to stay back, not providing means of transport is really sick. Let's go over to Nagarjun joining us for more on this. Nagarjun, we're looking at Priyank Kharge coming out condemning the government for retaining those labourers in Karnataka itself. We know that Karnataka was sending back labourers to their hometowns, then took a whole U-turn, decided that they should stay back because that would help the economy jumpstart, especially real estate, construction labourers there.
Karnataka had train services to Bihar, UP, Orissa in the last few days, but starting from tomorrow, the state government has written to the railway department that there is no need of having trains from Karnataka, and there were 3,000, 4,000 of migrant labourers in the Tumkur Road ground, and the Karnataka government, a couple of ministers went there and spoke to them. What the government stand is right now that they have convinced all the labourers to stay back in Karnataka so that they can work in construction sites and work in other industries, and the economy can also jumpstart. The opposition is saying that why is the labourers listening to the Karnataka government who are the behest of the builders stop the trains. The opposition is alleging that the government is indulging in vested interest in terms of listening to the builders and industrialists. Why are the poor labourers suffering because of government's vested interest? That is the question posed by the opposition. However, the government has said it's responsible of the opposition to take such a stand rather than helping the migrant labourers to stay back and convince them.
Are those migrant labourers still protesting? Are they still protesting? Are they okay with this decision made by the Karnataka government?
Well, they don't have a choice, Nabila. At this point of time, they have been sent back just yesterday itself to their origin in Bengaluru. People came from different areas, few from Electronic City, few from Banagata Road, few from Jayanagar, JP Nagar, everywhere, wherever there was construction going on. Everyone ended up in BIEC yesterday, but around 150 local buses were ferried, were used by the local government here, district authorities, to ferry them back to the areas they came from in Bengaluru. At this point of time, there is no protest, but do they have an option is what people are asking. How can they come out and talk to the CM, talk to the concerned ministers that they want to go back, but they don't have trains? They are helpless today.
Well, Nagarjun, like you said, do they have an option? Now, that is the question. Karnataka government, leaving no option to them, have cancelled trains for these migrants to go back home, saying that they want these labourers to start work right after the lockdown is lifted. Congress now coming out to slam the government, saying that they are depriving these migrants of their rights. Thank you, Nagarjun, for joining us.